I'm Charles McCain. The book I'm going to review now is called The Boat, or in German, Das Boot. Please don't pronounce it Boot, it's pronounced Boat. And this is the classic novel of U-boat life that caused such a sensation. The movie has become very much a cult film, even though it was made over 30 years ago. The book has caused immense controversy when it was published, not amongst people who read it or who were interested in this kind of subject, but amongst the surviving U-boat men who were like, well, that didn't happen on my U-boat. You know, this guy's a jerk. And he was vilified, the author Lothar Gunther Buchheim, by surviving members of the German U-boat force. I mean, they just went ballistic over this. And curiously, when the movie came out, people just attacked it, and then their sort of allies attacked it. I mean, people who never even were in the war. And people still argue about this today. You can be on U-boat forums and people raise hell about the novel and the movie. They're Americans, and they're 40 or 50. It's absurd. What is worth knowing about this book is that the author was a war correspondent. He went on 2 war patrols aboard a U-boat, U-96. This is a very, very loosely fictionalized memoir of everything he experienced. And the reason a writer would use the form of a novel to write a memoir is it just gives him more flexibility to sort of talk about what other people are thinking, which you really can't do if it's a memoir because you just have to guess. But it is by far, the classic U-boat novel ever written and ever will be written. And when the movie was made, not only, and this must be the most surreal experience a person can have, the actual captain of U-96, Herman Levin-Willenbrock, who survived the war, served as one of the technical advisors to the movie. So he was serving as an technical advisor to the movie on the soundstage every day, where the captain of the slightly fictionalized U-boat is him. And actually, in some of the movie credits, the person playing the captain is just listed as, playing Lehman-Willenbrock and not even, the fictitious captain. And people still raised hell about it. And another U-boat ace was on hand to advise on the movie. And these were 2 people that Buchheim knew, and he taught them when he was writing the novel. And so it's interesting that people always leave that out of both the book and the movie, that these 2 top U-boat aces not only discussed this with Buchheim, but were advisors to the movie, including the very man who commanded the submarine. And that Buchheim had gone on 2 war patrols. He didn't just make this up. So it is a fascinating book. It is a true work of art. It portrays not only the horror of war in a general way, but the horror, the terror of being aboard a German U-boat when it's being depth charged or being attacked, how claustrophobic it was, how everything stank, how bad the food was after a week or 2 with mold all over it. And if you really want to get a good sense of what it was like to serve on a German U-boat in World War II, this is the only book really that you need to read if you just want to read one book. So it's Das Boot, or The Boat, by Lothar Gunther Buchheim. Certainly 5 stars, well worth the read. And the movie of the same name is also well worth watching. Let me just say about the movie, if you're going to watch the movie, but I would suggest that you get the subtitled version, because the movies now come in 2 versions, the DVD. One is dubbed into English and one is in German with subtitles. The one in German with subtitles is by far better, because you just get a much better sense. First, these people are German, of what the urgency in their voices and everything. You might understand the words. You'll see that in the subtitle. But for dubbing it into English sort of ruined the movie. So if you're going to watch it, I would suggest you get the subtitled version of where the people are actually speaking in German.